All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, SQD Will. We are here to collect. We are in 2025, but before we go too fast into 25, we wanted to look back at 2024 and show you some of our favorite figures of 2024. Now, this will be for main lines only, not including wrestling. Okay, guys and gals? So again, anything outside of wrestling, because wrestling is so large that it would be so much. I mean, there's so much around me as it is. So I'm telling you guys, we're going to get into it. We're going to do a separate wrestling one for y'all. Guys, stick here on the channel. Let's go. We got a new look. We're refreshed. Let's take a look back at 2024. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel again. Sorry for the repeat, but we wanted to mention, don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on as well if you are here to collect like all of us. All right, guys and gals, it is 2025, but before we get there, let's take a look back at 2024, and we are going to take a look at some of our favorite toy releases of the year. Thank you so much again for all your support in 2024, guys and gals. We are looking forward to a banner year in 2025. We're going to bring you some really awesome content. Guys and gals, you know SQD Will here, okay? SQD Will Squared Circle Uncensored Squared Circle Cards and Collectibles is no more. But we will not sacrifice our identity and what we do here on the channel for absolutely anyone. And if it doesn't have the SQD approval, I'm sorry, guys and gals. It shouldn't be in your collection. Just joking. Anyway, that's a little bit of the uncensored still lingering around here. With all that said, thanks again so much for 2024, guys and gals. We literally revamped the channel, I would say, in the last quarter of the year. So I'd say September into October. And we've had a tremendous amount of support from you all. So whether, again, I said this in our PC, our top 2024 wrestling PC wrestling cards video. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. If you have joined us in any capacity, thank you so much. If you bought a toy from us at a show, if you chatted on Instagram, if you sent me a message here and there, if you were on Whatnot and joined our Whatnot shows, guys and gals, thank you so much again for all the support. Now, also, I just want to mention, because I did say Instagram and Whatnot, we are on both those platforms. On Instagram at Here to Collect SQD, and on Whatnot, Here to Collect, I believe it is there. So, no, SQD as well. SQD as well. Sorry, brain fart, guys. Some things never change as you move into a new year. With all this said, let's get into the action here. This is going to be just a fun video for you all. I absolutely enjoyed going out on all those fake hunts. I mean, I do it anyway, so to record them, it was super fun for everybody. And we also get a lot of mail calls too. So with all that said, we're going to start off with 4 figures, because these 4, I would have to say, were some of my favorite figures of the year. And these are the promo kind of inspired Mezco 112 Collective Ninja Turtles. Now, they did a alternate version of these, which were on everyone's like best of list, but for me, these really resonated. Those other turtles are amazing. I am not discrediting the amount of accessories, the way they look. They look great. But for me personally, growing up, I loved these promo style turtles. Now, I just have these in the generic poses, guys and gals. Like, these looked great though. I mean, I never did a formal review of these on the channel, but you can see all the intricate detail in these. I mean, they just look amazing. They're sturdy as well. They look great. Raph looks great with that scan there. Now, I know these are a little bit controversial with some of the facial sculpts and scans and stuff, but that didn't really bother me at all. I thought these were toony. I thought these were fun. The detail in these figures just overall were incredible. This really brought me back. Brought me back to being a kid. Brought me back to actually just remembering these turtles, slapped on everything and anything you could possibly think of. Party favors, quilts, bed sheets. I mean, that's what this brought me back to, and I think that's what it intended to do. So with that said, this had to be on the list of one of my favorites. Obviously, you got the stands, the accessories, the premium material. Mezco's going to give you all that, and they did with this set. So I had to pick it up for the collection. It's proudly on display in my Turtles room, which we will be showing you in the first quarter of the new year. I do have a G.I. Joe Turtles room, so more modern inspired. So those will hang out there as they have been, and you'll get to see them again. But we really loved these additions to the collection. I'm going to try to keep this stuff out of here and kind of build in what we loved. And I'm doing this in no particular order, okay? I don't do top nines. I don't do all that jazz. I do the best of the best. What we think at Here to Collect is some of the best action figures that should be added to your collection if you don't already have them in 2025. With that said, let's bring in another figure. Now, I'm going to stick with the Turtles theme for now because this beast was amazing, and it came out earlier in 2024, and that is the Super 7 Wingnut and Screw Loose. This is a beefy, meaty figure, guys. I mean, you could see he is just super large. He takes up basically the entire screen. If you were to put a Mezco turtle next to him, I mean, you could see how amazingly large this figure is. Now, Super 7 had some really great TMNT releases, especially they like to pump these out towards the end of the year. We didn't get much from them. We're still waiting on the Rat King and such. We did get this Wingnut, and he did come with his little friend, Screw Loose, as well. And we loved it. We loved the articulation on this figure. We loved that you could pose it in any which way. We loved these pair. We loved how beefy this is. We love Batman on the channel, if you don't know, and you'll know in a minute because we'll be showing some great Batman. But guys and gals, what do you think? What was your favorite Super 7 figure this year? I absolutely loved this Wingnut and Screw Loose. I put him into my re-inspired TMNT Playmates, like Super 7 re-inspired Playmates display. It looks great. I thought it was accurate. I don't know where Super 7 is going with these figures as we move away from the Playmates stuff into 2025 and head, well, not move away from them, but try to do more inspired kind of, they're trying to do Super 7 more kind of inspired 2003 Turtles, stuff like that. So it's going to be intriguing to see where it all really ends up with Super 7, because I hope they continue to give us some of those Playmates Turtles that they haven't. Obviously the Rock Turtles I want to get eventually, and so on and so forth. So that was one of my favorite figures of this year. And the sculpting, the detail, as you saw, is just incredible. The amount of accessories, everything there just works, and I absolutely adore and love it. So I'm going to take a break with Turtles because we do love Batman. And I think this needs to be mentioned because I don't know if this is on a lot of people's lists, but I absolutely, as we bring this in, loved this Nightfall Batman by Mafex. Now, this guy is just incredible. He is on a display here, that the stand that comes with the figure. If you're not familiar with the Mafex stuff, they do usually provide you with a stand for the figure for flight pose display. And what I loved most, I love the colorway of this Batman. I love the traditional blue and grays of Batman. He just looks amazing here, posed up, ready to fight crime. Love this Batman. As a kid, loved Batman probably more than Superman, but man, that Superman trailer gave me all the good feels. So I can't wait to see that as well. We don't have a Superman fig in the best of. Hopefully we'll get one next year. But yeah, this Batman's incredible. The cape, the wired cape, everything from the posability to the look. I just absolutely love it. It's a must-have if you love Mophex and you love Batman, especially the gray and blue colorway. I think you can't go wrong. So we're going to put him up here as well, just because he was just an amazing figure. An amazing figure in 2024. I think he came out around like April-ish, something like that. So there you go. So the turtles are still there. We're going to try to make room for all this stuff and move things around as we go. We're playing. Hopefully you love the new look. Comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are, especially with some of these items that I'm adding in here as well. I think these are awesome. The next one I wanted to go take a look at, and this is more nostalgia for me, more than anything than main line, is I definitely wanted to look at the cup, the Autobot cup from the G.I. Joe line, guys, the G.I. Joe Transformers collaborative crossover. I absolutely loved this figure. Now, he is a beefy guy, but I loved the Triple T and Sergeant Slaughter growing up. We can actually move this up just a little bit before there. I absolutely loved the Triple T. So to get a transforming Triple T was super cool in the Transformers line. Not only that, I thought the build quality for a collaborative series Transformer, this was the best build quality of any that have been released. I think overall in the collaborative program, he is solid. He feels good. He doesn't feel cheap. I know we had brought in that Soundwave, the Dreadnoks Thunder Machine. That thing is just super flimsy and everything. This guy is solid. He's solid. He's sturdy. He's ratcheted in the joints. They just did an incredible kind of overhaul to kind of get him where he needed to be. So we absolutely love this Autobot Cup Triple T. I think if you're a Transformers collector, or even if you're just a G.I. Joe collector, you got to have this. I also felt in the review of this, we did post a review video as well, so go check that out. I also felt that you could still use the Triple T in its vehicle mode as a G.I. Joe vehicle if you don't have the original, and it actually holds up, even if not better than the original. So with all that said, that was one of our favorite Transformers of 2024. What we're going to do is I'm going to get him into the background. We're going to pop off really quick. We'll pop back on, and we will continue our top toys of 2024. All right, everybody, we are back. We got Autobot Cup back there, and he looks great. Again, I love the way this looks already. I think these figures look great together. Welcome back. I'm SQD Willie, your host. We're going to continue our top toys of 2024, guys and gals. Non-wrestling. We do a non-wrestling one and a wrestling one because wrestling gets super big. The next, we just went over that Autobot Cup Transformers collaborative figure by Hasbro. Next, we're going to throw in another Hasbro. And guys, could this be debatable as possibly being the best Optimus Prime of all time? This is the Hasbro Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Man, this figure just kills it. This thing looks great from all ends. We even said the backpack looks great. We did a formal review of this Optimus Prime on the channel, so go check it out if you are interested. We thought this figure just rocked this year. From the trailer to just the posability, as you can see here in the photo, we thought that this Optimus was awesome. Comment below, guys, what did you think? Did you think this is the creme de la creme of Optimus Primes? I felt that it was. If you watch the review, you will see that. But it is just a great figure. It just looks great. I just love posing this thing. It's just so flexible. So yeah, we have to put it in the best of, obviously, 2024, because it is one of the best Transformers that was released this year, and if not one of the best figures of the year, just all around, just posability, look, design. They really knocked it out of the park, Hasbro, with this one. So the Transformers design team, gotta shout you out, because you did an incredible job, guys. And I feel as though of Transformers, in my opinion, the best of the year were probably this Prime and then that Autobot Cup as well. So I mean, those would be my top ones. Comment below what were your top Transformers. of 2024. Those were ours. Now, again, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of pause, try to get Optimus set up, and we'll be right back on the other side, guys and gals, for our next top figure of 2024, baby. All right, everybody. Next up on our, well, quote-unquote list, I guess we would say. So I had to put these in because, again, they are kind of like a first, a remake of something that came down the line. Again, Super 7, I got to give credit to. Guys and gals, I had to do it. I know this is a controversial figure, but the Silverhawks vac metal versions were awesome, and the vac metal turned out super good on both of the figures. Now, these are very guys, fragile, okay, but I had to put it in here because I never thought we would ever get vac metal Silverhawks. I have both of them, but for the purposes of this video, Quicksilver's out here. He looks great. He's shiny. I do love the facial sculpt. Again, this is a figure we did not do a review on. I love how beautiful it looks. It just has that matte finish. It is clean. In my opinion, this is one of my favorite figures just because of that vac metal on it. I just love it. I know it's going to be a little bit controversial because of what happened, how it happened. People may have been having issues with these. I haven't had any, knock on wood, so I did want to add the Quicksilver in here as one of my top figures of the year, guys. And we're going to put him back here, actually, so he doesn't fall over. Awesome. So there you go. We can actually, let's move him this way a little bit. There we go. All right, so there you go. There's Quicksilver back there. We're going to do some of this live, some of it cut, so bear with us, guys and gals. So with that said, let's move on. Wow, I'm looking in front of us, guys and gals, and we don't have much left, which is cool. Now, what we don't have much left of, I have to put out here because we haven't actually put a figure of this line out there. I have to put out here the G.I. Joe Classified Series, Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Road Pig. I mean, now we had a lot of great Classified Series figures released this year. We had that Naugahyde, which was really great. We had a lot of good stuff. The Cobra Commander too, hint, hint. But I think out of all of them, this Road Pig just takes the cake. We did a formal review on this video. The amount of detail here, the facial sculpt ended up being wonderful. I absolutely love the way he looks. The accessories were amazing. I mean, look at just this skull with the spikes on it for the mohawk. I mean, this guy is just killer all around. And this was a deluxe figure that now I think is on sale for like nothing. Peanuts, guys. So we had to put Road Pig in here. The color choices look great. The metallics, the browns, the kind of the shine on it looks great. We love this Road Pig this year. I think it was one of my favorite G.I. Joe Classified Series figures of the year, bar none. Very easy to put in this list. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put him in the back, I think. All right, everybody, we're back. Road Pig is back there. Sorry, we had to take a quick pause to get him over there. So this is kind of how it's shaping up, guys and gals. We are going to give you, I think, what do we got here on the table? We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 more. I think that's it. 5. We got 5 left. How much do we have out here? We've got, the turtles I'm going to count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have about 7 out and about 5 left. So, wow. I can't believe we got to this point, guys and gals. We just reviewed this figure. I'm going to pull it in to the mix because we think it's a must-have for 2024 and for 2025 if you didn't already obtain it. The Indiana Jones Mezco 112 Collective is amazing. You should have it for your collection if you're an Indiana Jones fan. It is a beautiful, beautiful figure. I love the cloth goods representation on here. I love how they slimmed it down. We review this figure in depth, guys. We just dropped the review. The Harrison Ford facial sculpt looks great on this figure too. Love the whip. This is a must-have for an Indiana Jones collector, in my opinion, and I think it goes separate from all that Adventure Series stuff. So personally, I would just buy it, keep it on its own, displayed with other Musco 112 collective figures. That was an exclusive. Hopefully, you guys can still get it. Get on that watch list or whatever they have, and cross your fingers that you get it, because Tote's coming next. I think he's going to look great. So we're very happy to add that to the collection. We're going to swing really quickly back to some Turtles figures. So I didn't mention NECA, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say anything about NECA. And as we say that, totally tubular dudes, here he comes, guys and gals. I am sorry, but I absolutely love this figure. I had to incorporate into our top figures of 2025 this Mondo Gecko from the NECA TMNT Adventure Series figures, the Aceman and Laird. I feel can fit in your cartoon collection. Oops, as he falls off his skateboard. This is one of the problems. I did not review this figure, but one of the problems with the NECA figures are their inability to kind of stand. So anyway, they got him on the skateboard here, which is cool. He's totally tubular, guys and gals. We did see a pizza fall off of Leonardo, but we're okay with that right now. He's totally tubular. I love the sculpt on this. So the colors are great. The sculpt's great. I love the fact that they're going with dyed plastic here. I think that's the way to go in the future for NECA. It brought me back into the NECA TMNT line. A lot of the Adventure Series figures were so cool. We love that belly bomb as well. I think they're also interchangeable. You can throw them into your cartoon collection. And with that said, we did love the Pizza Club Turtles too. We loved the Pizza Club Turtles, which got us really back into it because, again, dye plastic. We didn't like the paint flaking. We didn't like the paint smears on the previous TMNT cartoon releases by NECA. We've had a lot of issues with breakage too, and the pliability and the density of the plastic they're using throughout the series. I think they turned it around. I thought that Slash looked great. I love this Mondo Gecko. I love the belly bomb. Again, some of them pieces are still painted, but for the most part, we thought that this had to be on the top of our list. We're gonna fix Road Pig. We're gonna actually get the pizza in Leo's hand again. We're going to flip it around. We got one more NECA to show you on the flip side when we return. All right, everybody. We are back. As promised, we have one more NECA figure to show you. We adjusted the camera a little bit too. We raised it, so hopefully you can see stuff a lot better. Hopefully, we got everything kind of bunched in here, but we're doing our best. With that said, I had to include this Tatsu. This figure is amazing by NECA. Now, it does have some issues, especially with posability. But again, a little heat gun action will probably fix that all up. But I really have to give them credit. I love when companies do soft goods this well, and they do incorporate some kind of firmer plastic pieces within the soft goods. I love that combination, and they did it here, and it works very, very well. I love the flow of this robe on Tatsu. This was my infamous figure of the year. I could not find it, but now I can find it everywhere. You can just go to your random Walmart and wherever Jamoke state you live in and find a Tatsu, because that's what happens. So anyway, I did want to actually shout out to the community, because Seth Bayer actually picked this one up for me. So thanks so much, Seth, if you're watching this again. Hopefully we can meet up in 2025 and really do some hunting together and some fun stuff together. It would be great, and have you on the channel like we previously have had. So this Tatsu is great. We didn't do a formal review on it again, but his facial sculpt looks great as well. I had to put it in here for my TMNT collection because, again, it's just a great looking figure. Love the Tatsu. All right, everybody, Tatsu has finally stood up fine. I hope he doesn't fall down. We are back. We only got a couple figures left to go, so we're going to get one of the G.I. Joe figures out of the way. we had to incorporate, come on, Cobra Commander. Even though, I love this figure. And again, I think it's, primarily, I would say it's probably for the vac metal piece. I love this figure. It is very simple. It's a simple figure, but it shows when a simple figure is done right, it can be perfected. And this Cobra Commander, the retro style one with the vac metal visor, was amazing by Hasbro JoJo Classified Series team. The team as a whole did a great job this year. I think they've kind of fell flat in some areas, obviously, but again, I mean, what are you going to do? It is what it is. Not every figure can be perfect, guys and gals. We try to be as constructive as possible. We are giving you our out-of-box experience here. So if a figure has a bobblehead, we're going to actually tell you. If a figure has loose joints, we're going to tell you. If it has brittleness, we're going to tell you. So, you know, again, guys and gals, like, we're not here to be overly critical, but we're here to tell you our experience and whether or not we feel that some of this stuff is justified at the price point it is, given all the problems that they may have with it. So we're going to put Cobra Commander back here because he's a little bit taller of a figure, and you can see him right there. Love the visor on that. We did a formal review on that one, I believe, as well. I don't know. I have to check back, but we did do the retro O-ring inspired one, which was amazing as well. It should have made this list, actually. I just completely forgot about it because it's on my retro display, but I would throw that one in here as well. All right, guys and gals, we're down to 2 figures remaining, and our top figures are 2020. Was it 2024? Jeez, we're on 2025 now. Let's go. Let's get real. And we had to incorporate this one. So this is the Mandalorian updated Mafex version. This figure rocks. For Star Wars collectors, if you do not have this Mafex Mandalorian in your collection, you need to go get it, like, right now. Stat. I'm sorry, I thought there was like some dust on the figure, but I think it's just the paint. It's crazy. So the only problem I do have is with this, the Mandalorian spear, the Beskar spear, kind of tends to want to fall off all the time, this backpack. So you just got to put it down like that. But irrespective, this is an awesome figure. This proportionally, I believe, is the best Mando out there. You're going to find even better than the Glavis Ringworld one from the Black Series. Star Wars guys, I did not leave you empty-handed. I would never do that. We love Star Wars here. We are also about to do a nice little Star Wars day for you all as well. We're going to do a pre-recorded situation, and we hope you enjoy it. So we will promise you that in the first quarter of 2025. And there he is, Mando in all his glory. I do want to kind of put him off to the side, though. I'm running out of room, guys, which is just like, oh my god, I don't know where I'm gonna put stuff. All right, maybe we can get Mando into here. Okay, let's see if that works, and then we can put Raph in. Oh. We'll get Mando back here. Maybe we could put Raph here. Oh my god, Optimus Prime, his gun is in the way, and this is what happens. This is what happens when you have all these figgies in front of you. Okay, here we go. There we go. So I just got to make sure, guys and gals, we have room for this last one because it is a biggie. It's a larger figure, and this is actually going to be my favorite figure line of the year as we bring this in. And I had to do it. I think it is an amazing, amazing figure line, and I would have to say probably... Oh man, this is going to be tough to say. I would have to say that this producer, we always have to be fiction. This producer of action figures won my top producer of action figures for the year, and we're gonna bring him in. He is a beauty, guys, and I'm gonna bring him off the stand just because I don't know. I'm gonna do it. Hopefully it stands, but I got to give a shout out to the entire team at Mezco Toys because they literally killed it with this Firefly. Now, this is another earlier release figure of the year. Guys and gals, if you're not collecting this Mezco 112 Collective G.I. Joe line, you got to get on it right now. Find the in-stock items. I know some of these items were also on sale at various retailers online like EE and Big Bad. So I would check their stock, guys and gals. This Firefly is one of the best figures I've ever had in my collection, bar none. That says a lot. So I want to give it to Mezco this year. you see a lot of Mezco product here, a lot of Mafex. We do like imports. We do like premium stuff. Not to say that anyone else didn't do a good job. Honorable mentions, I would have to also say really quickly, for Marvel Legends, I would love to put over that Venom figure. I think that Venom figure is awesome. It is on my display. It is an honorable mention for this year. But Mezco really, over all other toy lines, they brought it, especially with this G.I. Joe line. The Firefly was just one, but we got Duke, we got the Commando Snake Eyes, we got the regular Snake Eyes, we got the Storm Shadow that should be in here too, but I am using Firefly to represent the whole line because all of those Joes should be on in this. I mean, Mezco killed it with their G.I. Joe line. I gotta give a hats off to 2024 to Mezco and really to the 112 Collective experience, because you have the Turtles in here, we have the G.I. Joe series, we have the Indiana Jones. When do they get Star Wars, guys? Come on, let's get this going. If I had the Casey Jones, I would probably have their Casey Jones in here as well. But with all that said, I mean, I have to give it to Mezco. Hats off. Probably the action figure toy company of the year, in my opinion, as it pertains to all around. They just did an incredible job. Them, and I would have to say also Mafex. I have two Mafex Mafex figures in here. I probably could have had another as well, but I chose to not put it on the list. Comment below, guys. What are your thoughts? Do you do premium collecting? Do you stick with mainline retail stuff, more mass produced? Let me know in the comments below. Let me also know what you thought of our top figures of 2024 in front of you. Do you agree with some of them? Do you disagree? We want to know below in the comments. So don't forget, comment below, guys. Comment below. Also, I hope you guys like the new look. We're here to collect. I'm SQD Will. We'll be back again. Our next one is going to be wrestling centric, guys and gals. So the top wrestling figures of 2024 across all lines. Again, no order. We're going to bring it to you. So stay tuned for that drop. Don't forget, guys and gals, to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for all your support this year. We really, really appreciate it. We're here to collect. We hope you are too, and we want you to come and join us on the next tour.